What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my playthrough, part 3 of the Inner World. Thank you so much for showing so much love on my channel, and it's growing like crazy right now, so really appreciate it. All the feedback and all the comments and stuff. It's really fun to be experiencing it and to grow a community like this. It's really cool, so appreciate each and every one of you, and it really means a lot. So today I think we're gonna go jump back to the church here and talk to Ronnie and kind of dive into her character a little bit for this part.
This way, Tarnished. May
So,
I have a word?
one thing right away is that she seems to be able to manifest this mist that puts people to sleep, which immediately makes you think of Saint Trina and all of the various sleep things associated with her. So it's really interesting. But let's give her a chat.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly. As they recall battles past, now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Man, she's such a cool character. So one thing is, it doesn't seem to matter when you travel here. I traveled here and it was daylight, and as soon as I got here, it's nighttime. So I don't know if that means that she has the ability to conjure the night, or if she just represents that, and that's kind of her thematical element of the game. But as soon as she leaves, Kale is up, little donkey's up. Oops, sorry about that. So let's go through what she said real quick. So I talked, I briefly touched on it in my lore video, but Jung had what he called the archetypes, and there is 12 archetypes, but if you do a little bit of research, he seems to focus on like just a few of them in particular, and one of them is called the trickster. And the trickster is somebody who goes against the grain, somebody who wants kind of their own establishment, their own rule. They don't want to have people tell them what to do. Or sorry, not the trickster. Sorry, the rebel. The rebel is somebody who goes against the grain. Is just everything that is the current status quo. They fight against it. Basically, they don't like authority. They don't like all this type of stuff. And I think that is more than likely what Ronnie represents. She's basically the antithesis of everything that the Golden Order and the persona of America is conveying. She also gives us these ashes. So spirits of wolves chased from their pack. They later encountered a nameless Tarnished, who welcomed them as hunting companions. The wolf spirits overwhelm enemies with their agility, aiding the summoner in combat. So this is still a bit of a mystery to me. The only place that we see three wolves is in that statue in Malekith's boss room. And in my lore video, I explained how that represents a split from basically order, or split from chaos into order, and all the fractions and divisions and so on and so forth that causes. So I don't know if this is kind of a tip of the hat to that, which would mean that, you know, I believe that that person in that statue is Marika, but I'm not sure. The other thing that this could represent is the various projections of Marika that we encounter and that kind of help us along our path. But I'm not sure about that either. So, yeah, it's something that still need to look into. Maybe there's something further in game. And then she also gives us this. A bell capable of summoning various spirits from ashen remains. Spirits can only be summoned in the vicinity of a rebirth monument. When summoning is possible, the monument icon, blah, 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 blah. Only one spirit is summoned at once. So there's not really any lore here. This is all just gameplay stuff. But the color and the fact that it deals with spirits makes you think of Mikola. So, yeah. But, I mean, obviously, Ronnie is very much like, she's planting the seed of rebellion in our head from the very first second that she can. She's like, how long are you going to just do whatever this person's telling you to do? That's a very, like, rebellious... We all had friends in high school that were like, oh, that's what your parents said to do? Oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, let's just do whatever they want. Like, we all had that friend. And we all have that inside of us, too. I mean, we all have moments of rebellion and things like that. So, anywho, let's get some upgrade stuff. So I'm gonna go fight the dragon. Yep. One comment I had from Antonio from my previous part, where I talked about it's possible that the Round Table Hold was constructed to kill the god, which would be Malekith. And I mean, he brought up some really good points. The fact that the only god that we know about, and the only part that it says God slain, is when we killed the Elden Beast. You know, Rodrika through a few different times says kill the god Marika. Things like that. But I think so I believe that the demigods all represent their own archetype, and that archetypes are a thing that live within our I should have bought it. That live within our unconscious. So to me, when Hugh says kill, you're meant to kill the demigods and their god. To me, that that means the god of the unconscious, which I think represents that. Jesus. I have a strong feeling that, and I don't know, but I have a strong feeling that the god of the unconsciousness would be the shadow. If America is the god of the conscious realm, if you will, her mirror opposite would be her shadow, would be the god of the unconscious realm. And another point is that I think once you defeat Malekith, Hugh forgets what he's doing, why he's there. He forgets who you are, and not that is necessarily like a definite piece of evidence, but I do think that it's significant. That I don't know why they would essentially end his quest line there, unless that was his ultimate, his arc ended when you kill Malekith. But again, I mean, this is what this playthrough is for, so let's see what we can figure out. Oh, and I think the reasoning for Rodriguez saying "kill the god America" is because it seems like that's what most people are led to believe, because I don't think they quite have the awareness of everything that we, the player character, does, right? Like, you only met her at the beginning of the game. It's not like she had knowledge of anything like Nokron or the Eternal Cities or Fair Missoula or anything like that. So it makes sense that, of course, she is going to point the finger at America. I don't know, though. I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts are on it. The beautiful thing about this game, and that Miyazaki does so well, is he loves to play on people's like rationality. Even certain item descriptions. I think it's the sword that you get after killing the Elden Beast, the Radigan America sword. He's like, the description is like, some people think it's good, some people think it's bad, some people think it's a sin, some think it's like, he's like very much saying to us, the physical person playing this game, like, I know what it is, but do you? Like, he's just kind of toying with us, and ultimately he's never going to come out and say like, he's never going to come out and say like, this is right, this is wrong. So we just kind of have to take our best guess and then layer that on top of what our judgment of the world around us is, and basically go from there. There's no necessarily right or wrong answer, which is frustrating. But in a way, it's kind of beautiful, because it's like, I don't know about you guys, but part of like the best mysteries out there are ones that are remained unsolved. Like, that's why there's such like this hunger for like cold cases and things like that. It's because there is somebody knows, but the fact that we don't know is what brings us back and back and back and back, and keeps us engaged and wanting more and finding that extra little piece of lore, in-game art, or something that's like, oh, okay, like this is either further evidence for what I'm thinking or it goes directly against it, so I need to pivot what I'm thinking and update my entire view of this game, and then you start over. It's like beautifully frustrating is kind of how I would phrase it. Down for me, big fella. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, am I gonna die here? Wow. It's possible. I don't even think I put anything in there. Holy crap. That is no bueno. Ooh. Such an idiot. I didn't put anything in my my missing. Oh well. Good start. Dude, what is going on with my timing on that? This is crazy. Why don't you go down? I still don't know what kind of build I want to do. So if you guys have thoughts on what I want to be done, I don't want to do magic. I did a magic build once, and it's just, I don't know, the pace of it, I don't really enjoy. I just feel like every boss fight's kind of the same, where you're just kind of like running and then you get a second to shoot something at him. Not throwing any shade on magic builds, but just not for me. This guy's name is Shadow, so maybe Godslayer stuff could be fun. I've also never done like a bow heavy build, so I think something like an assassin type of build would be fun, like dual daggers and a bow. But I'm open to suggestions. Let's go level this stuff up. Let me read what that says. Roar medallion, a bronze medallion depicting a roaring giant, enhances roars and breath attacks. In ancient times, the giants were mortal enemies of the Erdtree. Their bellowing roars desolated nature, triggering avalanches and whipped up storms of flame. Something that's interesting that I've noticed is that this particular axe, for one, it's the only axe in here, and two, it looks like oxidized bronze. So one thing that I want to kind of keep an eye on is anything like this medallion specifically says a bronze medallion, and even the colors look pretty similar to that axe. So if this is from the Bronze Age and things associated with bronze, and that's where giants come from, this means that the Round Table Hold has been in existence for a very long time, since basically the Erdtree was in existence. And it's also interesting to note kind of sorry, I'm trying to just figure out how to like phrase this without the way that the swords are in here, and kind of the cracking that is caused by the swords, looks very similar to the cracking and the wound that you see on the Elden Beast, and it also looks very similar to the Centipede, the rune mark of death, where it's kind of like a gash, and then outside of that gash, it's different branches coming off of it. And then you also notice that inside of it is the Golden Order, or maybe the Erdtree crest. So, yeah, something interesting to note. And that this particular one could have been the very first kind of injury, or however you want to say it, to America's psyche. Like, but again, that's what this playthrough is for.
Well, I took you for no matter, it's all the same. Lay out your...
Thank you. I'm also not the best with quest lines, so if there's certain quest lines or something that you feel like I should definitely do, let me know. One thing that I definitely want to do is Nicola's Needle. I don't necessarily need to like use it, but I definitely want to get it. I have a theory about.
What do you need? I have little time to spare.
God, you're a dick.
Oh, are you aggrieved at the notion you are but a visitant here? Then you would do well to remember the first words of grace given to you. Stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. If those words held any meaning to you, follow the guidance of grace. Lay low the shard bearers and claim for yourself a great rune. Do so, and the doors to the Round Table's inner chamber will open, and you will receive the wisdom of the Two Fingers. Once the wisdom of the Two Fingers becomes your own, I'll impart to you a proper welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I have high hopes for you. I'm sick and tired of them. These namby-pamby tarnished think us no more than a shelter from the rain. We've spoken long enough. I have matters to attend to.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for that. Weirdo. The weirdo with the beardo. Alright. I want to go back and buy some things from Carly. Oh, you could probably give me the snap gesture too. Yeah, so one thing I definitely want to do is Mikla's Needle. I have a
You're a tarnished.
a pretty
I can see
fleshed
it.
out theory, I think,
I
of
can
what
also
it's
see
supposed to represent, and it's
that you're not after my throat.
it's one of those
Then why not
one of those
purchase it
moments
for
that
something?
I was like, holy
I am
shit,
Kali,
like, this is crazy.
purveyor of
It's
fine goods.
connected to the outer gods, and things
The
like that.
howl of
But
all, I suppose. Next time you don't fret. I just have.
More. Oh. And that perfect.
Goodbye. Nice to do business.
Goodbye. Dragon. Let's go fight the dragon. I wonder if we can kill a tree sentinel right now too. Might as well give it a shot since we're here. Oh, I thought you didn't get him right there. That was quite the jump. Guys, nobody reminded me to do a mixed physics either. Bleed, homie? Oh, what the? No, no, no. Did it. We did it. And the golden halberd boy. It's also funny, there's a few things that Deathroot for one, and then these statues look with the way that they're designed and the arms and things coming out of them look directly from Mikola in his cocoon.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Well done indeed. you made it through that entire mess all the way to Stormvale. And off you trotted to the Round Table Hold. My sincerest congratulations. But how did you find the Round Table? Oh, you don't have to say it. Before, the Round Table was chock full of venerated warriors. But now, it's home to puff chests and has-beens. I fear you've been terribly disappointed. I don't blame you. But still, the Round Table has its perks. Why not earn a seat? Fly straight and true, so to speak. Ah, then you're interested. A wise choice indeed. To join the Round Table proper, you must acquire a great room and request audience with the 2 fingers in the inner chamber. They are the purported masters of the grace that guides your kind, the Tarnished. Yes. Pay them a visit, so that you may see for yourself.
So, one, he's not a Tarnished, apparently. I mean, he says, for your kind, the Tarnished, not our kind. And how does he know so much about the Round Table Hold?
Challenge Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale, to acquire a great room. Decrepit he may be, but a demigod he remains. And of course, an inheritor of a great room. Worse yet, I hear old Godric's acquired a ferocious new toy to graft. So, prepare for the worst.
That new toy is that dragon that he grafts onto himself halfway through.
What's the matter? Aren't you supposed to be earning your place at the Round Table Hold? Then you must face Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. For without a great rune, you will not be granted audience. With the 2 fingers in the inner chamber. What's the matter? Aren't you supposed? Then you must face. For without with the 2.
So the only way that he would know about it is either he's been there himself, or somebody has told him this is how it works. And the only person, we literally just had a conversation with somebody who told us how it works. So it's either that Gideon talked and is working with Vare, and it's kind of, it's not directly said to us, but it's kind of implicated that Gideon has some sort of connection with Rykard. At least that's kind of how I'm taking it, because you can find his an armor piece of with his eye emblem in the Rykard boss fight. Really? Come on then. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm surprised you didn't go back to your... If I would have died there, I would have been so pissed. This is ridiculous.
You must be the new Tarnished. Beautiful work. Felling that dragon. And as such, there's something you might like to know. The heart you brought back. It's used in Dragon Communion. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the heart, yearning for its strength, then seek the decrepit church on the little island off the western coast. You must not forget, though, those who partake in Dragon Communion will one day shed their humanity, their hunger for dragon, their yearning only worsens until the floodgates burst, unleashing eternal torment, the strength of a mighty dragon. Magnificent, but deadly. It's no surprise that Dragon Communion is ruinous. You must not forget, though, those who part their hunger for dragon until the flood of strength. It's no surprise that...
If you would have never told me, I would have never known where to go. Oh, bullshit. Yeah. Thanks for your help, Yura.
Narius. The bloody finger. For you. And your cessblood.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for nothing. Reduvia. Jagged dagger with a distinctive curved blade used by the noble servants of the Lord of Blood. This dagger rips the flesh as it enters, inflicting blood loss with sickening efficacy. A proud testament to the success of its vicious design, this weapon is perpetually coated in blood. Oh, let's read that. Let's read this real quick. Golden halberd. Weighty halberd forged of gold, wielded by the Order of the Tree Sentinels. Heavily equipped knights, deals holy damage, a masterfully crafted weapon that lives up to its heft, but is difficult for one of mere human strength to wield. Dragonheart seized by Dragon Tracker, riddled with gravelstone, this grotesque organ continues to beat vivaciously. An offering used in the Dragon Communion, consume a dragon's heart at the altar to make its power yours. While a terrible and savage-looking thing, the heart has a particular beauty to it. For now, let's just continue with these things. I don't really know what I want to do, so just stick with the oldies but goodies. Calm down. Sorry, these first few episodes are not the most like crazy deep stuff to talk about.
Well, well, well. Just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin. All of it. have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Ah. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished, like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. An innocent mistake, I assure you. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on? A true man of reason. Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the Untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. And they're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
One thing that I did want to talk about are the runes, and how they represent like the development of the human eye. I mean, a lot of people made this connection of, you know, the bigger the rune gets, the more realistic the eye gets, but more particularly the pupil develops, and the pupil is where light enters the eye, which essentially makes us be able to see things. So it's no accident that the more that the rune is worth, the higher the level of status that is, the bigger the pupil is, because that person essentially had a better understanding of the world, and was more of a more key player in America's psyche, kind of. Where these smaller runes, because they don't really even have a pupil, the understanding of the world is pretty lacking, and there's one in particular, the hero rune, which is really interesting to me, as I believe that the Tarnished represent the hero archetype. So once we collect one of those, I'll talk about that further. But so let's just read what these say. So, grace that dwells within the inhabitants' lands between, lingering trace of gold runes are nourishment for the development of any Tarnished, provided a finger maiden can be found. Even now, runes are still imbued with the power of life itself. Do you see the Erd Tree towering? Those born at the foot of the Erd Tree are blessed. At least that is the enduring belief of the people of the plateau. So you could make the argument that the golden, when people have that golden hue in their eyes, and it's pure gold, like there's no pupil or anything like that, that they are essentially like kind of brainwashed. Like they don't really see the world for what it is. They are just there's no light or information coming in to their eyes, so they are only living out what, like, their sole purposes. They're not able to make decisions and stuff on their own. And I think the biggest one is the Lord's Rune. I could be mistaken, but I think it's the Lord's Rune. And it's fitting that lords are kind of like the highest that you can get in this type of setting. So they've kind of carved their own path. They're not really brainwashed. They are able to make decisions on their own. They can see the world for what it is.
We meet again. To have fought Nereus and lived. You must have seen your share of battle. I am Yura, as you might recall. Hunter of bloody fingers, tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots, who stalk their own. You stay the path. You are certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. If fate permits.
Eyes in this game, Miyazaki just in general has a thing for eyes for sure. Almost all of his characters of import are like, have something wrong with their eyes, or an eye patch, or missing eyes, or, and I mean, eyes are the gateway to the soul, so, you can tell what a person's soul is like based off of their eyes, which is why when you become like bloodthirsty, or you eat too many dragon hearts, or whatever it is, your eyes change, because your inner world has changed. So the way that you are interpreting the world is greatly skewed by what you are doing. Oh! I do not like this weapon. Whoa! Hello. Are you shitting me? We'll beat this boss, and then that'll be it for today. Hopefully, we'll beat this boss. Running out of time. Are you... I knew I knew that was gonna happen. There's something about these fucking games that you will be 2 hits away from a boss and they'll just randomly kill you. Like, they'll go absolutely apeshit and kill you. Oh, okay. Grave Warden take 2. God bless America. I think Gideon almost had it right with he mistakenly used the word America when he meant to say Miyazaki. Miyazaki just wants to see us like struggle forever. That's not America. That'll do it for today. Yeah, let me know what you think about what we talked about in the comments. Please give this video a like and consider subscribing. It really does mean a lot. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.